Time to install the AC. We've got upright portable unit that was already in the trailer. It works great, so we're going to go ahead and put it back in. A couple of things about this. It's not a brand new model, so this one still has a drain to it. So we've got to go and drain probably just directly down through the floor, run a little PVC pipe so that it can drain. And then we've got to hook our exhaust. There's going to be an exhaust hose right here that's going to come out and go out the side of the trailer. And then this is going to be what this little 4-inch opening right here is what's going to hook into the side of the trailer. We'll put a vent on that. Then, even though it's not designed to have a vent to the outside, it has to, because we take hot air, push it out, and then we throw cold air back in. So if we just keep pumping this air out, we're going to create a seal in here, and pretty soon the barometric pressure, or the air pressure inside, is going to just start sucking this thing in, and it's not going to work. It's going to get cold at first, then it won't get cold at all. So we're going to put a little vent on the side. Now, as I told you before on our last trailer, I don't like to put the AC venting on the door side, because that's where everybody's hanging out. They're having their party, they're enjoying, they're relaxing. And if they're firing up their AC, well, then that hot air is exhausting, and then you hear that dull. That's why I always put them on the other side. But they already got the vent cut, so we're not going to waste the tin space over there, so we're going to do that. This is where the previous owner installed the vent that we need. It's going to vent the exhaust, so I've got to cut this out. So we're going to just start here, and then I'm going to take my jigsaw and just trace this 4-inch opening. All right, I'm going to test fit. This is the inside to hook to the outside vent. And that fits real nice right there. And then this has got the little dryer flaps on it. And then we're going to probably going to have to adjust that a little bit. And then these will mate together, and then that's done. All right, we've got that test fitted on there. We're going to add butyl tape. We'll get it screwed in, but we still got to do a little work on our lighting. So that will be permanent right there. Now, I told you that's the exhaust. Now we've got to get to the intake. The intake's very important. You've got to at least, whatever you're pushing out, you got to be able to take back in. So this was, if you remember, it is a 4-inch circle. So pi r squared, so 4 times 3.14, is going to be about 12.5 square inches. So this is going to be about 8 by 5. So that's going to be 40 square inches. So that's going to give us more than enough. So we're going to make sure that we can pull in the air that we need to exhaust out. So I've already made my guide hole here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out and install this vent. On the back of this vent, this is what keeps the bugs out. All right, here. Nobody wants bugs in your camper. Decided to go with a little bit bigger vent because I want to put some good amount of butyl tape on it. The thing about the butyl tape is we've got to cover up all of these screw holes, because anywhere a screw penetrates through our aluminum, that's a source for a leak, a possible leak right there. And this butyl tape is going to put an end to that. So I know that this is going to be the top, so I want to go all the way across the top first and cover up every single screw hole. See, if I start at the top, that's where the rain's going to come in from first. So when it comes in from the top, then we stop it and it runs off to the side. Now, the thing about butyl tape that I do not particularly like is that it's sometimes very difficult to get the paper off. I try to give it a little bit of that, just press it in there, and then I try to get a hold of one of these. I'll have a little bit of paper right there, so I try to separate it with my thumbs, and then as I pull this paper back like this, if you could get it as close to right here as possible, and then just pull it straight back and keep this, so you can see it's just tough. And pull it back like this. That's going to work the best generally to get your paper off. Now we'll go install our vent. Just want to get this secure enough that we can see that we're pushing our butyl tape, making a good solid seal with our butyl tape. We don't want to really dent the vent as much as we want to make sure that we seal this butyl tape on here. Now we've got a real good seal right here. We're gonna kind of press this in, or we could just really take it off, but we're getting ready to paint anyway. So we're gonna do a much better job of trimming this out, getting it all ready to paint. But we can just trim that off a little bit, clean it up, and it's gonna be good. And that's sealed tight. Nothing's getting in there, including water. We are totally installed now. So I plugged in the 30 amp service, turned on the AC, and just sitting here right now, it's freezing cold. Freezing cold. So now all I have to do is we're gonna put in the countertop. We're going to put some faces on here, but we've got to leave it open here for the refrigerator to breathe and for this to even catch even more air. So we're gonna make this real nice. And then we're on to the outside. AC installation.